Welcome to this screencast about professional persona. This is, in my humble opinion, one of the most important long-term benefits of this class, and you're getting it in the first week. I think that's tremendous. A professional persona is, simply put, your online presence. So when a colleague or an employer Googles you, what are they going to find out? That's the professional persona. They might find out some things that are kind of unprofessional, hopefully not. But what happens when they Google you is either going to make you more attractive to an employer or make you less attractive to an employer, right? It kind of stands to reason. And one of the goals of this class is to help you establish a professional persona that's going to make you more attractive to employers and colleagues, okay? So here's an example of the kind of professional persona you're going to make in this class. This is by a student who was in my class last year, and they are various links in this professional persona to projects, essays, her resume, and other social networks that she's a member of. So this little page right here basically provides a portal to information about Josephine's professional skills and experiences. Now, there's a really, really important second order benefit of establishing a professional portfolio. While you're thinking of it in terms of creating this attractive representation of yourself to employers, at this point in your career, since you're not out looking for a job yet, you're still in school, probably the more important benefit of creating a professional persona and working on it is that it helps you identify your own strengths and weaknesses. Okay? And once you understand your own strengths and in particular your own weaknesses, you can start to address them. So that's why I think it's really important early on in your academic program to start creating a professional persona, see what you come up with, and then every semester build upon it. Try to make it better. Think about things you can do to create a more polished, professional, strong portfolio. So there's essentially 5 aspects of a professional persona. There's the professional portfolio website. There are technical essays that you've written. There's your participation in other professional networks. Your programming projects that you've created or open source projects that you've participated in. Some of them might be projects that you've created in school, but you might join larger open source projects in the community and participate in them. And then finally, participating in technical societies and forums like ACM Manoa. Let's start with a professional portfolio. It's a website that provides a portal or a central place where a colleague or employer could go to learn about all of your other skills and accomplishments. Okay? Ideally, when someone Googles on you, like if they Google Philip Johnson Hawaii, ideally the very first link should be your professional portfolio site. That's the ideal thing, because then the recruiter or whoever will click on that link first, and then they'll see everything they want to know, and hopefully they won't click on those other links to your Facebook page and that party you went to the other weekend and so forth. Okay? We're going to use a system called TechFolios as the framework for building professional portfolio. It's a system that I wrote because I became very dissatisfied with using WordPress and other blogging platforms for a professional portfolio. I think you'll like it. Second aspect of your persona are technical essays that you've written. As I had in the introductory module, learning how to write and showing off your writing, one of the most important skills for a software engineer and a technology professional. You really have to be good at writing. So one of the things that we'll be practicing in this class is writing about technical issues, and that you will in that way accumulate a set of essays that you can provide to employers, or will be available online for employers to look at to get a sense for how you write. And because of that, one of the things that I will stress over and over in this class is the fact that I want you to write for the world, not for me. It'll be very tempting in this class when you write essays to think of them as homework assignments where I give you a prompt and you're just kind of responding to me to say, you know, what happened when you tried to do this homework assignment. Those won't go over very well with me because I'm not the audience for your technical essays. I'm going to look at them for sure, so I guess I'm part of the audience, but I'm not the primary audience. The primary audience for your essays are people that have never heard of you before. They somehow did some Google search for something and your essay came up with respect to a particular technology or tool or technique. And they want to read your essay to learn about your experiences with that technology. Okay, so they're not just homework assignment submissions. Okay, if they were simply homework assignment submissions, then it wouldn't matter what anybody else thought of them because they were oriented toward me. Okay, so this is something that's a little tricky, and you know I'll comment on your essays throughout the semester to hope that by the end of the semester you're really writing rocking technical essays that are you know people in the world will read and comment on. Okay, so writing for the world means that when I see an essay that was written for the world, it means I've learned something interesting about that person, even if I knew nothing about the class that they're in or ICS 314 or anything like that. And that even if I already know about IntelliJ or GitHub or whatever, I get some new insights from reading your essay. Okay, so that's the goal of all of the technical essays that you're writing for this class. Third component of professional persona is your open source projects. So as you go through your degree program, I want you to be building lots and lots of different projects. I'm hoping that will happen. And by posting it to an open source repository like GitHub, you can make the source code for those projects available to others that are interested in seeing actually what you're capable of doing. Okay, so that's by the end of this class, you'll have at least a couple projects that you'll have created that will be posted on GitHub that you can show in your professional portfolio. The fourth component of the persona are your professional networks that you're a member of. These days, LinkedIn is the kind of the 800-pound gorilla of professional networks. You'll also be joining a smaller professional network called TechHui, which is localized to the Hawaiian Islands. Okay, so if some of you are looking for a job on island, TechHui is really, pretty much the best online network to get involved with because that's where all the employers on island are looking for people and participating and so forth. So it's very important that you know about it. Also, it's just a very friendly community, and if you've not participated in a professional network before, this is a good place to get started. And finally, I'm hoping that you not restrict yourself just to LinkedIn and TechHui, but that you participate in other technical societies, ACM, IEEE, Honolulu Coders, there's meetups and so on and so forth. So these are all things that create your online presence. Okay. Final thing I want to say is while we're getting started with this right now in presumably your third semester of computer science, your professional persona is a long-term project. It should be worked on throughout your degree program and even beyond into your professional career. And you may be saying, "My gosh, I don't know. I've never really done a project, or my resume looks bad, or whatever." Again, go back to this thought of, okay, I'm starting to build it now, but this is going to help me identify weaknesses and things I need to build upon and expand for the remainder of my degree program. My belief is that all of you, every semester, in each of your projects or each of your classes, there should be at least one project or essay that comes out of it that's worthwhile to post into your professional persona. In my humble opinion, if you take a class and nothing comes out of it that could be added to your professional portfolio, you got to ask yourself, was that a good class to take? Okay? Simple question. My belief is that really every single class in our curriculum If you do well in the class and you put the time and energy into the final projects, then you will have created something appropriate for your professional portfolio. Thanks a lot. See you soon.